with Richard Parks of RP Marketing, who is the representative of luxury travel in the UK. And we're talking to Richard to find out his take on the tourism boom and the increasing demand for visits to Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar and Thailand, and the authentic luxury travel experience that we luxury travel offer in this region. Richard, just tell us a little bit about your company.
Okay, my company RP Marketing has been in existence now for 14 years, representing companies throughout Asia, but specialising particularly in the Indo-China region. And we are very much enjoying the experience of learning more and more about Vietnam and Indochina, and hopefully bringing some more business to luxury travel.
I think luxury travel distinguishes itself from its competitors in Vietnam.
Luxury travel has exceptionally high standards of service, creativeness, innovation, as well as their competitive rates. So we think we're ahead of the market, we're ahead of the competition, and therefore we can make a more successful business model for the operators in the UK to use. And we're very confident that we can keep this going into the future. Being a new company, being so innovative is very important, and I am confident that we can make a big impression, or keep a big impression going in the UK trade.
Why do you feel that we should travel to Indochina now?
Indochina generally, I feel, is at a stage of its, obviously it's got a huge history, a long history, but it's only recently really been discovered by the UK market. In Vietnam probably for the last 10 or 15 years, and Cambodia, Laos maybe only for the last 5 or 6 years. So we're getting in at the right time. People are looking for new ideas, new destinations, and we're the people who can supply those to the clients. It's an emerging area. I think that's really the main reason why it's a good time to be selling.
And you feel that the deluxe hotels?
Of course, yes. The deluxe hotels, all ethnic hotels now are available in China. Whether it's a 5-star or 6-star, but there are now small boutique hotels, and the quality is there. So whatever quality you're looking for, whatever level of accommodation you're looking for, it's now available, and it's only really become available in the last few years.
How do you define luxury travel? Would you say it's
luxury travel really means what it means to the particular person who wants to buy it. They all have their own perception of what luxury travel actually is. Different things to different people, I suppose. What's luxury to one person may be quite normal to somebody else. So difficult question to really define the answer to, but it's obviously we think of luxury travel as being 5-star plus, private planes, private yachts.
It's also having exclusive access to people, to
of course, something that's unique. I think maybe luxury is one word, but almost unique is another word you'd use. People like to think that they're the only person who's ever done it. They've got disposable income, whatever the cost, they're prepared to spend that money to have that experience.
As a representation company, what is your main target market for luxury travel as a business, as a company, luxury travel?
We target, obviously, the main well-known established tour operators who are featuring the top end, featuring luxury. But more and more, there are emerging smaller companies. I think the common word that everybody uses is concierge, where small companies are looking after the everyday needs of people, whether they're rich and famous, they come from, I don't know, the film industry, the music business, whatever. And not only do they look after their travel arrangements, but they must look after their lives. So they are more and more a target market, particularly for luxury travel, because that's the area that we like to target.
And luxury travel as a company can meet the needs
most
of
definitely
their
yes. I mean, the availability now is in Vietnam and Indochina, but this is what luxury travel specialises in. So target those particular companies, and that is of course what luxury travel wants to do.
It's all about.
Yeah, very, very good hotels. So obviously there's places like Six Senses in Nha Trang, Sofitel in Hanoi, Park Hyatt in Saigon. You know, there's another, where is it? Sort of Six Senses in Hong Kong. So there are a lot of very, very good hotels. I particularly like some of the smaller properties, the boutique properties. But the name brand, luxury brands are all now available in China. So everybody's catered for.
What do you find are the popular activities that tour operators request on behalf of?
Well, I think, we've almost alluded to some of them already. Boat trips, train trips, spas. Also the thing that I think is still available and almost new is that there are so many beautiful beaches in Vietnam, and compared to the neighbouring countries, let's say, the beaches are empty. Miles and miles of golden sand, the old traditional saying, is actually very true in Vietnam, because there are miles and miles of golden sand, especially in central area of Vietnam, around the sort of Hoi An, Da Nang area. So you can get a very beautiful, quiet, luxurious holiday without having the crowds that you would possibly have in Thailand or somewhere like that. So I think that's very important to people that maybe want not security exactly, but to be on their own and be quiet and just get on with it. So yeah.
You mentioned Cambodia,
yes.
And now we have a new joint venture with Asia Premium Travel there.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think it's a great move. I think it's very important. People like to think that the operators particularly like to think that they're being looked after by the brand operator or the DMC that they trust and know. So when you are in a position where, okay, they're working with luxury travel in Vietnam, but then they have to subcontract to another company in, say, Cambodia or Laos, then they're not quite sure whether the same levels of service and reliability and rates and so on are there. So to have our own company, which we own, is very important. So it's a very good move, I think.
And the same standards.
Standards, very important. And I hope maybe at some stage in the future we have a similar situation in Laos and maybe other neighbouring countries which we operate in. But it's a very good move, and I'm very pleased about it.
What's your perception on how tour operators work with us, with luxury travel as a company? What's important to the tour operators?
If I had to sum it up in one sentence, and then I'll expand it a little bit, response times. Nowadays with the internet and social networking and everything else that's available, instant answers, or certainly answers within 24 hours maximum, is the most important thing. Even if the company's maybe got better rates or seem to work with more hotels or has other value added that they can offer, if their response times are slow, then they will not get the business. So the single most important thing is getting responses quickly back to the operator, because clients these days will not wait. Everything is instant, isn't it? In life as well, not just in the travel business. So very important response times. But also, of course, the standard things, reliability, delivering what you say you're going to deliver, making sure the guides turn up and are good. And also rates are important, so the ability to negotiate good rates, competitive rates with all the hotel groups is very, very important.
And final question, we just spent the last few days here at the World Travel Market. What is your message from your experience here and the impact that luxury travel has had?
Well, we've managed to operate in two areas of World Travel Market this week. In the luxury travel arena, called ILTM, where we had the chance to meet a lot of concierge companies, smaller companies, but ones with high-spend clients. And they all, bar none really, were looking to what they thought were new destinations or somewhere they hadn't looked at before. So I would say if there was one message I was getting is that Indochina generally is an area that all the established operators and maybe some of the newer ones are looking at because they maybe haven't done it before or they've tried it and they want to expand what they're doing at the moment into other areas of the Indochina region. So I'm very encouraged by a positive feeling that we're moving in the right direction and that there is good potential business for the Indochina region from the operators here in the UK.
For luxury travel.
And of course for luxury travel.